This is a demonstration of using Max MSP with the Synapse control. First, we're going to launch Synapse and take the Psi pose, that is the Greek letter Psi, not the Korean rap artist. And now we're going to launch Max. And following the on-screen instructions with step number 1, we will click Open to open up our web camera and toggle the button to get the web camera to begin working. Step number 2, we will click the Master button. This is the timing button for the video operations. And there I am. Hello. So I'm using a separate camera to capture video, separate from the Kinect cameras. So in the next step, I'm going to click this button to get the data from the Kinect camera to send to Max, and then click the recording button to capture a loop of video that I'll be using in the demonstration. Click Stop, and you'll see the video beginning to play on all the screens. There are controls below the Master toggle button where you can load video or stop the looping, do numerous things. And here I'm going to just enlarge this screen. This is my main screen that I would be projecting. In the lower part of the screen, you'll see 4 video processing modules. And to the right of that, you'll see 4 gestures described with a bang light next to it. When I perform any one of these gestures, you'll see the light flash. Now, the eclipse and the rotation gestures both begin and end when a gesture is received. The amoeba effects stay on, however, their settings will only change when the toggle box indicates that they are active. So first I'll put my left hand down low and my right hand will pass in front of my face, and I can now use my left hand position to change the amount of gain in this module. When I find one position that I like, I'll put my left hand down low again and pass my right hand in front of my face. My left hand has to be low for this to work, and when it does, it will freeze that setting. Passing both hands in front of my face, I activate the Eclipse module. My left hand will change the number of columns. My right hand will change the number of rows. And working them together, I create a box which allows my image to be created from the collection of images. Now I have left a crossfade setting on the software interface itself. I'm going to turn that up manually to 1 to change the way the Eclipse module works. And you see we get a much more colorful effect. Still a composite image created by the colorful individual images put into multiple rows and columns. I wave my right hand in front of my face with my left hand down, and this returns control of the amoeba setting to my left hand. So there you can see I'm changing colors of all the images by altering the gain. Wave my hands in front of my face again, and that turns off the eclipse. But I still have control of the amoeba gain until I turn it off with my right hand gesture. I can turn the effect down by altering the gain, and of course if I want to keep the effect passive, I need to move my right hand into position before I make that gesture. So effectively the hand across the face captures the setting wherever it may be at that time. Here you can see I've turn the eclipse gesture back on, and while the amoeba settings have been set to passive and frozen with turning that gesture on. Here I'm turning the second amoeba module on and off and controlling it with the other hand for its gain settings. So here the Y position of the hands is setting the number of rows and columns, and the X position of the left hand is changing the gain for the amoeba module. Now I'm going to pass my hands in front of me again, but down low, and activate the 4th module, the rotation function. And now my hands have a direct and intuitive control of the rotation of the video screen. When I place both hands up high, I can turn it on this axis and when the hands come down low, it will return to a normal position for the other two axes. And now turning on all 4 modules, it creates a rather chaotic pattern. And now I'll demonstrate turning off the modules one at a time. And also note that if you want the Amoeba modules to go into passive mode, you have to first set its gain to the lowest setting and then shut them off. Otherwise, they'll still be processing. It can be a little tricky getting the hand that sets the gain to the right X position, but also keeping it low in its Y position so that the gesture can be recognized. And here I turn off the Eclipse module. You'll see that one of the Amoeba modules is still processing because its gain hasn't been set to 0 yet. And that's why I have the 2 small screens in the bottom right corner of the software so you can tell which Amoeba module is doing the processing. So that's it. My name is Joe Harshenko. You can reach me at mediazap@gmail.com and visit the website.